Hey everyone, welcome to AFC. My name is Farah, and with me tonight is Lana. Hey Lana.
Hi.
And our host for the evening, Hugh. Hey Hugh.
Hello.
So, what are we doing tonight?
We're gonna talk some anime, I reckon.
As we do. Yes, so we're going to be talking about the anime the last 2 weeks because we've missed out on 2 weeks. And we're also going to catch up with Scum's Wish because, this week's the finale. Yay. Boo-hoo. I'm not happy about that. And probably talk about Oz Comic Con that I was at last weekend, which was really cool. And yeah, so Hugh, why don't you take over from here?
Alrighty, well, to your dismay, as I found out, the anime of the week that I picked was Alderamin of the Sky. And I enjoyed it, but I'm sure as you guys will say, you didn't find it overly interesting. But the basic premise of the anime is you got these two warring factions. I suppose this is one way to put it. You got the Empire and then the Republic of Kyoka or something. And the anime opens up, you meet these 5 and 6 characters, and they find themselves in the enemy territory. Then they get out of the enemy territory, and then they start training. So that's the basic premise of the first 3 episodes, I imagine. Thoughts on what you thought? I'll go with you first, Lana.
Well, like you said, I didn't really like it. It took me 2 attempts to get through. No, maybe 3 attempts to get through the first episode. The first time I fell asleep, and then the next time I was like, I don't feel like watching this right now. And the third time I finally got through it all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it was
It
just.
does start off really slow.
Yeah, the first episode was just kind of. It's really generic and uninteresting.
Yeah, I can see that. It doesn't really, with the first episode, it doesn't really pick up until about halfway in.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely took me a little bit to get through it.
And you, Farah?
I'd like to say something nice about it, but for me, it's terrible. It was so bad. Like the first episode, I I don't understand what the premise was. Like for me, it just kept jumping in and out the whole time, and yeah, it was a very tough episode to follow. And then you get the second and third episodes, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, are they running away from somewhere? Are they? What do they want to become? And then there's this random princess all of a sudden, and it was just a lot of the. I, I don't even like the animation. That was not very good. Um, the characters were stupid. I think the only one I did like was that main. That was just. It was very dry. It wasn't. It was just there. Like I was just watching it. I was just like, you know, okay. I I did sit and watch the 3, and I just remember like, what the hell am I watching? Like, what is this? Like, what is the premise? Like, it was something in the first minute, and something else, and something else, and something else, and it was just like, okay, too much going on, nothing really flowing. Yeah, not a huge fan of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I can definitely say that if it doesn't draw you in within the first episode, yeah, it's not going to be one that you'll enjoy. Because it does, it's one of those ones, I've seen the whole thing. It's one of those ones that's definitely, to get the full picture and the full understanding, you need to see all 13 episodes. Whereas, especially these first 3, they don't really set up the whole scene, and there's a lot of unknown things. It's like what are these little creatures that do have all these little special abilities, and
Yeah, what are they? Like, I didn't understand what the purpose of those little animals were. Like, I knew they were like something to do with their magic or something, but it just seemed a bit okay.
I mean, that's explained later on in the series, like episode 8 or something. But
Okay.
yeah, until you get to that point, I mean, well, I don't see you two watching it anymore.
Nah.
I must admit, no, I'm not.
Oh, so then they're just spoilers then, maybe. Just, I didn't want to spoil it in case you wanted to watch it, but basically it's...
Honestly, just go for it.
Yeah, basically the spirit things, they're like... They're basically magic, but they're native to the quote-unquote native population. So they're like guiding spirits for the natives of the land that the Empire took from them. And they sort of have that
And
significance, which you find out later on.
see, that alone just complicates things even. No, thank you. I'm not watching it. That's too complicated for me.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see it's like there's a lot of stuff going on, but there's not a lot at the same time. It's like they're trying to focus on 6 or 7 different plot points all at the same time, which just definitely gets a bit annoying. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, I found it really hard to follow because, like you guys are saying, it had a lot going on, but not like in a well-paced way.
Exactly.
Like,
That's how I felt.
yeah, so it was like I don't mind if the plot is presented well, but it was just kind of it wasn't engaging the way that they did it.
No, it was very up and down, and let's throw a whole heap of things together and hope for the best kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like it's. I think it's the problem that a lot of people would find with it is it's trying to fit into too many genres at once.
Yeah.
Like you got the funny moments, you got the serious moments, you got the like tense drama moments. A little bit. I mean, yeah, I suppose.
So it was meant to be like a well-rounded anime, but it just fell like flat.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's source material problems or something like that, but yeah, no, I personally enjoyed it, but it's one of those ones I reckon you have to be in the mood for it, essentially.
Maybe if you were watching it weekly, like, did you watch it as it aired?
No.
Ah.
I watched it like 3 months after it aired or something. But yeah, it's like I can see why not many people like it.
I was thinking it might work better if you're watching it as it airs. Like, it may like creep up on you, the plot. Like, suddenly it all connects together, and you're like, "Oh, this is
Yeah,
actually
definitely.
really good." But watching the 3 episodes in a row was just really draining.
Well, that's in. Like, we've talked about that before, where it's like it changes how you interpret the show, whether you can binge watch it or have to watch it week by week. Because obviously, watching it week by week, you've got 6-7 days worth of like thinking over the plot and plot points and stuff in your head, and like coming to conclusions, and then they end on a cliffhangers and all that sort of stuff.
With this particular show, after 3 episodes, I just would drop it straight away because it was just like too complicated. You're not thinking straight. I mean, I like complicated anime, but like, all over the place, and it didn't flow. And I'm just like, who in their right mind, when it was simulcast, actually sat week by week and watched the show? Like, apart from you, Hugh, I mean, who else would have done that? For me personally, couldn't have done it. I would have ditched it after 1 episode, honestly.
Yeah, I probably would have gotten like 10 minutes in and stopped, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there was too many people that I've seen that actually have watched it. Like, it's got a reasonably high rating, but then that's obviously people who have watched it.
So what is the rating for that show?
So around, it's like 7.5, 8 out of 10.
See, I would
Okay.
never have given that for those 3 episodes. Hell no.
Well, that just goes back to what I was saying. It's like you get more of an appreciation if you've seen all 13 episodes.
But I find a lot of anime are trying to do like the 3 best first episodes, and then they kind of fall flat. You would think this show would have done like 3 amazing first episodes, and then done the medium, so-so episodes, and then bang, pick up at the end again. This one just was like, from the get-go.
Yeah, I think it's. I think the problem is you got too many characters. They're trying to focus on, and sort of as it goes on, it sort of they all sort of split up after they've done their training. So it's only focusing on small groups at a time, and that definitely helps the story progress, I guess. But yeah, I just looked on my anime list and it's got 7.94 out of 10. So people enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's really high actually.
Very high. I'm surprised, actually.
But then it's one of those things like, at least for me personally, I don't rate something unless I've seen all the episodes. I don't know if you guys are the same.
Yeah, I'm usually like that.
It depends on the series for me. Like, some series I like to wait till the very end and give it a rating, and some I'll rate straight away. It just has to capture me, really, in order for me to stay and watch it. I mean, I always keep bringing up Flip Flappers as an example, but like the first episode, the biggest load of like what the hell going on kind of thing, and then if you actually sat and watched it and you took it in, it is a very detailed, amazing series. And then I don't know, this one could have been like that for me, and maybe if I do kind of go back and rewatch it, and maybe even attempt watching the rest of it, I'll probably be like, wow, this is the best series ever. But yeah, generally anime should just capture you in the first 3 episodes, or just to get you watching the show.
Yeah, for sure. I think this one suffers as well. It's like the characters are sort of defined, but they don't really stand out. I mean, the only one that really stands out is the quote-unquote main character, Icta, which is the black-haired guy. Just because he has this unique trait about him, but the rest of them all seem pretty bland, really.
Definitely, which is a shame, but well, it's what you get with anime sometimes, unfortunately.
Well, that's it. There's always going to be hits and there's always going to be misses.
I was just really surprised that it was done by Madhouse and it just didn't seem like anything they'd do. Like, it was really not polished like most of their shows.
Yeah, I think that also, as I said before, it comes down to the source material and
Yeah.
the direction they're working on. Because I think that year this came out, Madhouse did 5 or 6 shows in that year. So they had a bit going on.
Yeah, it's just like the character designs were like unimaginative. They kind of were a bit basic. Like,
I second that
Yeah.
big time.
yeah,
Very generic.
Definitely.
yeah, and the animation wasn't even that great and stuff. And it's just
Nah.
like, really, this is Madhouse?
Yeah, it
It
just
just
seemed like
didn't have that
it was
feel.
a rush effort just to get something. It was pretty sloppy.
Well, this just to give reference, was the same season as Mob Psycho, Orange,
Oh.
91 Days, New Game.
Yep, but then it had no hope. Had no hope that season. That season
Yeah.
was probably the best one last year.
So
Shit.
it had a lot of competition, which I think is another reason why people never picked it up.
Was that the summer season there?
Yes.
Yeah, no chance in hell then. Which is a shame.
Well, that's it. I think it. Yeah, I don't know.
Summer of 2016 was the best anime. Oh my word. I think I watched 10 shows that season because they were just so good. Like 91
pretty
Days
solid.
and 91 Days, Orange, Mob Psycho. Oh my word, there were so many good ones. ReZero. Oh god, what a season that was.
I didn't watch anything that season.
Really?
I watched Mob Psycho this year, but I didn't watch it as it aired.
Oh man, it was so worth watching as it was airing, which was funny because that was one of the, and then it just everyone watched it after, but I loved it from the get go. I was obsessed with that one, so obsessed. And I don't even really like One Punch Man Mob, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
actually think I liked Mob Psycho 100 more than One Punch Man.
definitely for me, it was much better story.
It's just a different.
Yeah, it's a different type of show, but
Like the only common denominator is who like the person who the person who created it and the art style really.
True,
Like,
but
they all have that face that you know is But yeah, getting back onto this, I think one thing that probably kept me going is, again, Ictor, like his character and the way he's really lazy, but he's also really, really good at what he can do. And that was sort of one of those things. It's like, oh, like this guy's like he's not trying, but he's still better than everyone else, and that kind of drew me in a little bit.
But that's such a token thing to have in anime show. That same token. That just reminded me so much.
I mean, a little bit, but not in the way this was done. Whereas this is like him outsmarting enemies, like commanding a force, etc. Whereas normally it's like someone fighting someone else. Whereas this is just sort of on a grander scale.
I suppose a positive I could take from this show was
Was what?
the knight, the fighting. He didn't want to go to that training or anything like that. That was kind of cool. Because usually these shows like, oh yeah, I want to be a fighter, blah blah blah. Whereas he's like, nah, get stuffed.
Yeah, he was only doing it for like his friend, who is one of like basically a rich girl. And then he ends up being like pretty much the main focus of like the entire Empire's campaign, which is one of those. Yeah, it's sort of like it's almost funny. Like he didn't want to be this thing, but because he's so good at it, he just sort of went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose we'll get on to ratings, then I guess.
Should we rate it? Yeah. Who's gonna go first?
Oh, you might as well go first. You're talking.
I give it a 4 out of 10. I just hated it. Sorry, Hugh, but I tried.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd give it probably 1 towards animation because the animation was just shoddy to me. 1 for characters, and 2 overall. Just it was one that I probably won't pick up anytime soon unless I'm like sick or bored. It's not one I can see myself rushing to go back to it. Yeah, 4 out of 10 for me.
Anna?
boring out of 10.
Boring.
And in numerical value, that is a...
Probably about a 4 as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Boring out of 10.
Any particular reason? You just didn't enjoy it?
I just found it just very uninspiring.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. It just felt like they just had to get something out for that season. So they just licensed some random series and hoped that it'd do okay.
It's like, that girlish number, like it reminded me of like the anime that they had to make.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly what happened with the process of this.
Probably. It's like, shit, we need some money. Like, alright, well, we'll just do this then.
Pretty much. Or it was like, the beginner animation type thing, Let's give these animators a go. See how they
Done
do.
by Madhouse.
I know.
That is also a possibility. Like, it's a decently sized team. So it could be like oh, here's like the new guys. Like, alright, we'll let them do this and see how it goes.
Yeah, that's true.
Possible. That's what I'm thinking. That's
With-
what happened with.
Yeah, I mean, there's always flops in like every season.
Oh
for-
yeah.
yeah. For me, I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. I quite enjoyed it. Obviously, I finished the whole thing, so it wasn't so bad. I reckon if it had a dub, I reckon I'd rate it higher. I reckon it'd be much easier to watch.
I would probably go with that too. Just dub
I
it's
think
easy.
I think it's one of those ones I reckon a dub would probably suit it a lot better, but it's probably not likely to get one, given
No.
yeah. But stranger shows have gotten dubs before, like Cough
What?
and Ride Cough.
God, why did that show even get a dub? I will never know. I think they just read that one wrong. It would be good. A few episodes later, oh my God, what is this shit we're dubbing? We can't stop
Yeah.
now.
But anyway, we've talked about that like 3 of the 5 episodes.
So
It's always going to be that shining example of what not to do.
yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm wondering though? Me and Lana hated it, but you kind of liked it. I wonder if this is one of those animes that is geared towards guys for some reason. I don't know. Maybe.
And that's possible.
I have a very varied taste, so I don't think it'd just be a dude's thing.
And I think it comes down to like what I was saying earlier, where it's like you sort of have to be in the mood for it. Whereas, because I basically, not forced is probably the wrong word, but I basically forced you guys to watch it. Whereas you might have found it differently if you watched it on your own time.
Yeah, true.
Whereas you watched this because you had to, not because you thought it would be interesting.
True. Very true.
But okay, so yep, that's that done. So Scum's Wish, I guess.
Oh my God. I'm not looking forward to me. I'm so nervous. I'm shamelessly looking for spoilers in manga, but I can't find anything. Which
I knew you wouldn't
sucks.
be able to resist.
I know. I'm caving, but I can't find anything, which was probably a good thing. So I can't get spoiled at all. But
There's like 2 days. Just I'm sure you can wait.
you think so, but so no, I actually have no idea what's going to happen. Open book, which is kind of exciting. Spoiled, but
I have some ideas, but won't really know until Friday.
the only thing I have heard is that there's based on one of these characters, but I have a feeling I know which one it's going to be, but
Was
that's
that
quite exciting.
was that announced in the manga or alongside the manga release?
It is. I think it's going to be a manga. It's after Scum's Wish, so it was announced in one of these magazines. Does all the manga magazines and stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm really excited. I reckon it's about Echan. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be an Echan based one. But
Jordan will enjoy that one.
oh God, won't he just? But in saying that too, Akane, like the prequel,
And this
like
is
her
that's possible as
spin-off.
well, yeah. Sort of what led her to that.
But
But then
yeah,
you kind of see parts of that in the last 2 episodes, 10 and 11.
true. So I'm leaning more.
Yeah, I mean, it could also be something, 5 years later or something like that.
Should we
Like,
make some predictions?
Oh,
Should we do?
we could talk about the episodes first.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. So, what did we think?
Everyone is trash.
I enjoyed these last 2 episodes much more than I was the previous couple before that.
Definitely.
I second that. Definitely. I loved last emotional episode. That was, even though it's like Akane's story, that ending got to me. And I don't know why, but it did. It was like, finally he's kind of like moved on and he's
It's not even moved on. Like it's more like finally he's free. Like
yeah, like how Honeybee
He-
was with
he finally got the answer that he was looking for.
I'm so glad.
Episode 10, pretty much I thought, like, Moogie, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
And then Arcanine the same. And then Kanai or whatever it's pronounced. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a fucking dumbass. Like,
he really is, eh? He's like he's actual scum. Like the fact that he lets his fiance now do all that crap. You're like, mate, come on, seriously? Are you that desperate?
he's such a cuck.
Yeah,
To put
definitely.
it into a popular term.
Definitely. He's such an idiot. I'm glad like Honeybee's honestly, he is just trash. And so I think he's so much more suitable to Akane than he is. I'm kind of glad that ship has sailed in a way and that they are together, which is good. Because it's like a genuine love between those two. Whereas, Akane never really had that before.
Yeah,
But,
that's it. And like, it
yeah.
even surprised her. Like,
Yeah.
she was just like, oh, well, what? Like, well, you actually care about me?
Mm,
Beyond, like, having sex?
mm. But, yeah, I loved the last episode. That was so good. I just don't like the fact there's less Honeybee in the episodes. I'm hoping that this episode is pure Honeybee, so that we get the resolution that we should be getting. I'm scared for what we might be getting in this last episode because I really want her to be with Moogie. I don't know why, but you see all these like little signs and stuff. Be with Moogie, Moogie, be with.
I don't know. They haven't talked in like 2 episodes, so I'm not sure.
Maybe they'll talk in this episode.
Well,
But
just in I think it was the last episode at the beginning when she's in the diner with her two friends. And they're like, whoa. Because like they haven't talked for like, I'm pretty sure it's 3 months at this stage. It's like end of summer vacation and then it's like October or something. So
yeah,
it's a fair while they haven't talked. And you can sort of tell by her face and the way about it. It's just like she's hurt, obviously.
it's
So,
funny. I rewatched the end scene. The episode where Honeybee tells the brother how she feels, and like that realization that Honeybee has, she has Mookie to rely on, when really
yeah.
she didn't. That was
Yeah.
such a powerful scene. And then you look at it with the scene that they had, and man, the juxtapositions between the two. Wow.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether it does go that way. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. I'm kind of hoping Hanabi just goes to Moogie and is just saying, like, no, you like, fuck off.
She won't.
Don't know. I mean, probably not, but it'd be nice.
What do you think, Lana?
About the ending.
Yeah, what do you reckon's going to happen?
I honestly couldn't say. I'm really terrible at picking like what will happen later on in series.
Well, go on, have a go. You've seen it now, so you've seen most of it.
I don't think Hanabi and Moogie will get together.
Wow.
I think that she's just going to be too hurt and it won't be able to be resolved in one episode.
As long as she's not with Etchen. I think she's going to be with Moogie. I'm hoping that's the case. What a letdown it would be if she didn't.
I reckon it's just going to be one of those sort of endings where I don't know whether they'll both agree, but like at least Hanabi will like agree to like sort of not hate each other, but then just sort of just leave it at that, like just walk away from each other. I can picture it in
God.
my head as like that's the ending scene.
Mm.
That would break my heart so bad.
Yeah,
I
I have a
hope.
feeling. I have a feeling that they're not going to get together and end it on good terms still, and then maybe have some kind of after high school kind of ending, and maybe
Yeah,
they
like
might
a
hook up then, but I'm not sure.
5 years later type thing.
Mm.
That's possible. That is like Your Name, where they don't get together, but in the end they do get together years later when they're older. Like,
Spoilers.
yeah. Whoops. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
I
want
haven't
Moogie.
seen that. Come on.
How the hell am I meant to know? I thought everyone was sick.
No.
I've seen
Oh.
it. Just
Ah.
anyone who happens to watch this might not have.
Whoops. But yeah, for me, prediction: Moogie and Hanabi will get together. Echan will move away, and Akane will be pregnant. That's my predictions.
I mean, the episode's definitely going to end like at the end of the high school year, I reckon.
Yeah,
So, or maybe
it's
like
just.
around sort of Christmas time, Christmas break kind of thing.
Have they done their token like beach episode? Oh well, no,
It's not really a generic anime, so no.
no.
And it's not that
It's
kind
the
of
last.
anime.
Well, true. More manga, visual manga. So
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, if it was one of those animes, that would have happened earlier in the show.
like
Or an
episode 7 or
OVA.
something. True, true.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely that. That's been done before.
Because it always is like, buy the Blu-rays and get the swimsuit episode.
Yeah,
Hello.
God, that would be so awkward
me.
for this show.
I don't know. It's possible.
Like, it would have to be one that's set, like maybe the beginning of the year before like the summer holiday. So like between like episode like 3 and 4 or something like that.
I can't imagine it though. It's one of those shows that shouldn't have that.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely. It's basically a drama.
yeah, it's the orange of this season.
I wouldn't know. I never watched Orange.
Orange is so
I
good.
started it, and it just didn't draw me in.
I'll be watching
Oh.
it sometime soon.
I loved it. I haven't seen it in dub, but I've seen it in Japanese, and the Japanese one so good.
Yeah, it'd be one of those ones I'll wait for the dub if it ever happens to make its way to Australia.
I know. On that
Like,
note,
like Erased.
yeah, when is that meant to be coming out? Is that out now, or is it out soon?
Last I saw, they had finished recording it, I think.
Yeah, it's on DVD in America.
Yeah, don't know.
I hope it's soon.
Alright, well, Farah, I suppose you can talk about Comic-Con. What happened there?
Well, I think because like Madfest was ago, there was not much anime. Like Hanabi was so disappointing. It was the worst stall I have ever come across. It was basically Ruby shop. That's all it was, and Rooster Teeth. And you're just like, well, Hanabi, get with the program. I was actually keen to buy someone's DVDs there, and they had nothing. It was just T-shirts and Ruby. And I'm just like, I don't want this. I want Akami ga Kill. I wanted the next part. I couldn't even buy that. But that's anime wise at OzCon, same like last year. They had the anime station, the library. They had the anime clubs there, which were good. They had what's it called? Not many cosplayers. There was less cosplayers at OzCon than there was at MadFest, which is surprising. And I'm not just saying like only anime, but like general cosplayers at OzCon. There was hardly anyone. Like years before, it used to be all cosplayers. Now it's just like the fair few. It was a good. I only did one day, but it was so much fun. They had the Nintendo Switch, like all the new games and stuff, and I was like, I really want to buy one. Only when those games come out, though. Yeah, I liked it. It was fun. It was a good one-day event. Like, I got to meet Charles Martinet. Like, he does the voice of Mario, and he's so cool. He was so much fun to talk to and stuff like that. And I mean, I met Melissa Joan Hart. She was kind of cool, but that's not really anime related. What else? Like, yeah, it was. And then I was just taking photos of like random anime cosplayers, and then there was like a little mini anime gathering outside, and then from there it just spun to like a Yuri on Ice gathering, and then from there it became like this massive photo shoot. And then once that photo shoot was done, which by the way, the photo shoot is up on japanmad.com, nice one thing. But when someone saw us taking the photos, a Black Butler guys came and asked if I could take their photos as well. So I did a little Black Butler shoot too, which will come out possibly later this week, maybe early next week. And then after that, we did like some trash anime photo shoots, and that was pretty cool. So some random anime guys came. Yeah, asked if I could take their photos too. So I think that's what I'm going to do in Brisbane, is just take really random anime shots and photo shoots and stuff like that. So Christian is asking me to do possibly get some interviews at MadFest next one. So fingers crossed I get some good ones to do. But yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't do both days. I would be bored shitless if I had to do both days. The one day was more than enough. Unlike, MadFest you have to have 2 days, but OzCon was easy done for one day. So I was happy. I enjoyed myself. Not as good as last year, but last year had Sunny Strait, which was amazing. But this year there was no like anime voice actors, which sucked. But yeah.
Oh, doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things, like going back on the cosplay topic. As you said, MadFest was what, 3 or 4 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Supernova a little bit before that, I think.
See,
that coming up?
That's coming up for us. That's in June. So it's the week after Brisbane MadFest, I think, or the 2 weeks after Brisbane MadFest. But
and a lot of people are probably, they go to maybe 1 or 2 conventions in a year. So
yeah.
And being Oz Comic Con, it's more pop culture, like TV shows and movies and stuff, more so than anime and video games.
Yeah, definitely. But I still think MadFest was a lot better. I mean, OzCon, they used all of the convention center. Like, it wasn't just, how here they had like a cut off of MadFest, like they just had like one MadFest. They used the whole convention floor. So that was that was cool. And they had everything in there. Like, they had the panels in there, they had the autographs in there, photos in there. They do photos, which is something I wish MadFest would do. Wish MadFest would do those damn photos. Photos are the best. But
I'm sure it's something they'll add.
Actually, you know what I wish MadFest would add? I wish they would add like karaoke. You know how they have to...
God.
Well, it'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
I remember when Supernova used to have all kinds of stuff like that. Like, it wasn't just panels and the convention floor. It was like, they'd have like trivia and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that too. I'm like, I want that back.
Conventions aren't really about that anymore.
Well, that's true. But even then, like, stuff like that's so much fun.
Yeah, I wish they had stuff like that still.
Yeah, it would be nice, but as it is a topic in every of these, it seems everything comes down to money, like, and being able to hire stuff like that for like 2 days probably isn't overly cheap.
See, I'm less likely to go to a weekend to Supernova. Like, sometimes like I'm not going to every Brisbane and Gold Coast one up here. Like, and if I do, I'll probably only go one day. So it's like, if they did have different things to do besides shop, like
Yeah.
pay to go shopping and some panels, like, which I'm not overly fond of panels unless it's someone I am interested in hearing about. It's kind of like, oh, I spend like so much money just to shop, really. So it's like, if they had stuff like trivia and, you know, just random things that you could just walk into and do, like, it'd be a
Yeah.
lot more interesting for me and I'd be more inclined to go to both days. So
And they
think
do
it's-
that. They do that a lot in the American ones. I've
yeah,
noticed
yeah,
it.
they do.
And I don't know why that hasn't come over this side yet. Like, I mean, I know in Supernova, Anime Lab and Madman do their trivia, their panels and stuff. So they kind of still do that. But I wish it just kind of carried over in the Madfest as well. That would have been so cool. You know, even like experience panels, like, you know, getting anime experts or, you know, YouTubers or journalists or like anime website people, like just like throw a few panels, have a few chats. Like people are interested in that stuff. I am. I love all that shit. But
Yeah.
But then again, saying that, you have to think there's only been 2 Madfest. It hasn't even been around for a year yet. There's still plenty of room for them to grow. And that's the sort of stuff you need to gauge from the audience. Like, there's no point putting in thousands of hours and thousands of dollars worth of stuff if you're not going to get that many people using it.
You could always throw in suggestions, like maybe they haven't thought about stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's it. Like, you know, given we know a couple of people who work for that company, like,
Yeah.
they can probably get a lot from like Twitter and stuff like that, who people like us who aren't really afraid to say that sort of shit, like especially Farah.
what do you mean by that?
Oh, you just talk your mind, like you don't care. If something bothers you, you speak about it.
Yeah, and it ends up getting me in trouble sometimes. For example, I got blocked by a certain anime website person just recently. But to be fair, like I was defending someone's honor, and yeah, I don't know. Oh well, regardless, I'm still blocked. So
Yeah, probably no big loss. But
oh,
like,
definitely not.
it's that sort of thing, like that. Yeah, like we are probably in a good position to make these sort of suggestions.
It's true though, because I know they're listening. Because they always ask.
We know you're listening.
Yeah, we know you're listening. We know you consider it, like, because I know that they ask a lot of questions and they value our opinion, and you do see it. Like, I like to think, you know, because I've been campaigning for so long for Erica Mendes to come to Australia, and that happened, and that like was like amazing for me. So obviously they're listening. Obviously they realize it. So
Of course, they are one of those companies that do stuff.
actually listen to their fans. Yeah.
They do stuff for the people who support them, like. Because
Unlike
I know what you're gonna say, but they're
I'm
like,
sorry, but damn them all to hell, that bloody Crunchyroll. Yes, if you're listening, Crunchyroll, damn you. You don't care about your fans at all.
Oh.
No, I'm going there. They do not care. If they cared, they wouldn't have stuffed up on the Berserk thing. They wouldn't have stuffed anime awards. They wouldn't have stuffed up on recently the video player. Oh, the list just keeps growing, honestly. They wouldn't be stealing ideas. They wouldn't be stealing the logo. You know.
There goes our chances at a Crunchyroll sponsorship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's gone out the door.
And speaking of speaking your mind,
well, that's why I'm here.
yeah, that's all. Again, that's all stuff like I think Mad Men is definitely in a position where they're big enough that they can do things, but they're not so big that they don't care. I suppose is a good way of putting it. Like they're like a perfect size, and like for the Australian market, really.
Oh yeah, but I kind of wish they kind of like bought out. That's just a pipe dream for me, though. Or just buy out the catalog that they can keep the rest. They can keep Ruby.
Yeah, life isn't that easy, unfortunately.
I know. Wishful thinking.
As we were talking about the other day, it's sort of like it could be any number of things that is holding stuff up.
Man, I'd love to own a company like that, though. So much, a lot of work, but it'd be a lot of fun.
Sounds incredibly stressful.
Oh, yeah, it would be. Definitely.
That's why you hire people to do stuff for you.
Nah. I've seen how stressed those workers get, though. I mean, watching them on the con weekends, they can't filter. They're in work mode, and work mode is like scary mode. And you're like, okay, you're not normally like this, but you do your thing. Go for it. They're very serious. I love how serious Mad Men.
Well, they enjoy their job. Like,
They
it's not just
do.
a job to them. It's like a passion
Life.
as well.
Yeah. I know. In most cases, it's probably life because anime is life. So, man, they get so passionate about it, though.
Good.
I like when companies do that.
It's better than having someone represent you that doesn't really care. Like to them, it's just a job.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure there's still people who work for them that don't really care, but public image is a big thing.
It is definitely. Definitely. Which is leading to the next point. What's very exciting is happening on this too is premiering on Anime Lab.
What was that?
Guess
You cut out.
You cut out, yeah.
Oh poop. Well, Attack on Titan season 2 is coming on Anime Lab on Sunday.
Saturday.
Saturday night.
April 1st, Saturday.
Oh man. Well, regardless, I can't wait. That's why I'm watching this
Yes,
weekend.
it should be very good. And there's
Damn
well, pretty much the new season starts this week / next week, so.
I think
I
they'll get
want-
the episode on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think that's what they're advertising.
Well, like Sunday morning.
Like how they did for Love Life Sunshine.
Oh, they should do that.
What?
When they did Love Live Sunshine, like they created so much hype and like people were like live tweeting it and stuff.
It
Like-
was cool.
Like the whole community was super keen on it. They should do that for Attack on Titan, like encourage the community to interact about it.
I can start the tag up for that. I think I will. That was fun. I really loved doing.
Yeah, I only wish I joined in on it because I wasn't watching it though. I hadn't seen the first season.
So when does it come out though? Hang on.
What?
And Attack on Titan season 2 on Anime Lab. What time?
Well, it premieres at 10 p.m. Japan time, so it'd be like 3 or 4 a.m. probably here, depending on how fast they
So-
get the subs done.
Screw it. I'm gonna stay up for it. I think it's only right. I mean, that's what we used to do back in the day when it was on SBS.
Or when ReZero was on.
You did that.
I did
not
that.
me.
Fiona did that.
I don't know how you two did that. Holy hell.
Sheer determination and lots of caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Also coming out April 1st, a bit earlier, is My Hero Academia Season 2.
I
So let's
really
hope we
want
can
to.
watch that.
Yeah, I really want to watch it, but I don't know.
You'll watch it.
Yeah, I
know
know.
you
Yeah, I'll cave so hard. I'll definitely watch it. I just hope it's good. My only hope. It's a good show.
And then more coming next week. We got Boruto.
Yeah, I mean, I could start that, but
I really
That's
want to
on
watch
the
it. I'm
5th.
so far behind on Naruto.
I reckon I'm just going to start from there and
I,
just hope for the best.
I'm hoping it's something that you don't need to have seen Shippuden to
Yeah,
watch it, and I reckon it will be like that. I mean, obviously there'll be references,
yeah.
but
So I might do it. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I think so too.
What else is coming out next week?
just having a look. Nothing that really jumps out.
Okay, I'm going to set the tag. So for the Attack on Titan discussion, it's going to be AOT Anime Lab or Anime Lab AOT too.
I'll put it in the Anime of the Week chat then.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Like now.
Yes, okay. Hang on. So hang on, let me just open it up. Da, 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 da. So it's going to be Anime Lab AOT2.
Cool. Hopefully,
Or should I make it small? AOT2.
it doesn't really matter.
I think the first one is a bit better.
But yeah, hopefully we get some more announcements in the next week or two of what's coming where.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
there hasn't
hoping
really been a whole lot.
No, not at all. But I'm really looking forward to Attack on Titan. I'm so excited.
But that's going to be big. That's probably going to be the one we talk about every week.
Yeah, I think so. Do you
Hmm.
reckon that's going to get simul dub though?
I think they said they are doing it.
I hope Anime Lab gets that dub though.
That's what people keep saying in like comments and stuff, saying that the dub will come within the week or something.
Yeah, but will we get it here though? That's the question.
Likely.
Because we didn't do it with Love Live Sunshine, so no.
Oh, didn't we?
No. That only came out months later after simulcast.
But that was dubbed.
What? Love Live Sunshine?
Yeah.
Nah. Oh wait, no, in America, yes it was.
Oh, okay.
But not
Yeah.
here.
See, what they also do is they'll simul dub it and then they'll redub it afterwards. So that's also a possibility. Because I don't think the original one was simul dub, but I don't think that was a really big thing back then.
No, but Attack on Titan Junior High definitely was.
Yeah, but no one watched that.
Some did. I
don't
didn't.
know.
But
I think it'd feel really weird going from like a polished dub to a simul dub between seasons. So
Definitely.
yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'll just watch it in chat.
yeah. I mean, I haven't watched the dub of the first one. I've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't
Oh
seen
no,
it at all.
that's probably one of my favorite dubs ever produced.
I have the Blu-ray, so I've been meaning to rewatch it, but
I think that. I mean, Bryce Papenbrook and Trina Nishimura does such a brilliant job in that one. It's definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see because I know with Blue Exorcist is currently being dubbed now. So I'm curious to see how Bryce is going to be doing that one and Attack on Titan. So.
Well, with Attack on Titan, like, given it's been sort of pushed for months now, they could also have seen it beforehand and already dubbed it. That's always a possibility.
Nah, I don't give them that much credit
I don't
though.
think so. I don't even think that the footage would have been entirely out by then. Maybe the first couple of episodes.
True.
You never know.
Also, the other big news that came out today was its production for this next season.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh.
So hopefully that comes this year sometime. Possibly
End of year.
winter.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Winter would be next year.
Well,
our
this year, no, their winter, which is our summer. So Christmas time.
Christmas time. That sounds about right.
I was gonna say fall, so.
Depends how long it takes them to make, I suppose.
I'd honestly prefer Mob Psycho 100 second season.
Me too.
I mean, that's probably going to get an announcement as well.
Yeah, I hope so.
But given the powerhouse that was One Punch Man.
Yeah, it's just One Punch Man. Like, it was good. It was funny. It was like really entertaining. But honestly, one season was kind of enough for it. Like, I'm definitely gonna watch the next season. But it's like, how long are they gonna make this joke? Like, 'cause it's essentially just one big joke. Like, he punches things and kills it in one shot. Like, I don't know.
But then you think about that last fight they had. That was such like an awesome fight scene.
Oh yeah, it was. But that was like still an easy fight. So like, are they just gonna get harder and harder enemies each time? And then
Go full Dragon Ball Z
be
on it.
gimmicky. So
I'm still salty
Yeah.
about Dragon Ball Z and GT and Super. I want my dub, damn it. I can't handle watching Goku with his Japanese voice. It's pissing me off. Just give me a dub. Any dub. I don't care. Put me out of my misery.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved the new episode though. That was so great. Has anyone watched the new episode of Super?
No.
Oh, so good. It's probably one of my favorites so far. We get introduced to a new character.
It's what's her name?
Bulla.
Well, that's the one.
And they make a big deal because you know how they had like that debate as to what her name was. They bring it up in the show. It's so funny, so good. Her name is Bulla. Oh my god. Oh. And on that note, I think we can wrap it up.
I think so.
I think so. Well, thank you guys for this. Thank you, Hugh, for the anime of the week.
No worries.
Oh my god.
Dog, please. So we're gonna finish now, or
Yeah, we are going to finish. So yes, thank you, Hugh, and thank you for value discussion. Get to choosing the anime of the week later on this. Next week we don't know what we're going to be watching, but I'm sure it's something good. And then we'll probably be discussing the finals episode of Scum's Wish, and we'll probably talk about Attack on Titan as well. I think we've decided that's going to be our new group show that we're going to be watching. So, yay. Hopefully next week we'll have Jordan back. We'll have Scott. Scott's not going to be here anymore for 10 weeks. I mean, he is going to be here, but he's not going to be on the podcast because he has work, I think. I'm not too sure. But in saying that, though, some people have come back from places, so I'm going to try and get them to come and join our chat. Hopefully, if they're listening, they should know who they are and join us. But yeah, so again, it's probably going to be us three again next week, and we'll see who get to join our chat. So I'm going to wrap it up and then say thank you for listening. This has been Anime Fight Club, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.
See ya.
bye.